Did you know you can't finance a car without a driver's license? But what if you really need one? Well, that's exactly the situation a woman named Crystal Trude found herself in. She needed a car but only had a learner's permit. So, she turned to her brother's girlfriend, a 21-year-old named Adrienne Perdue, for a huge favor. Adrienne agreed to help. She bought a Buick LeSabre entirely in her own name, financed it, and even put it on her own car insurance. Why? So Crystal could have a car to drive. This wasn't some quick favor. This was a massive financial and legal commitment. The deal was simple. Crystal would make all the monthly car payments and pay for the insurance. And for 2 full years, the arrangement actually worked. Crystal used the car every day and consistently paid Adrienne for the loan and the insurance. Everything seemed fine on the surface, but underneath, a storm was brewing. Crystal was driving around for 2 years without ever getting her full driver's license. She was still on a permit. And the car, it was officially Adrienne's. The loan was in Adrienne's name, and the insurance policy listed Adrienne as the sole owner and driver. Crystal's name was nowhere to be found. Judge Judy breaks down exactly what was happening here. She points out that Adrienne didn't just help a friend. She participated in a scheme to fool both the finance company and the insurance company. The finance company would never have approved the loan if they knew the primary driver was an unlicensed individual who couldn't legally get financing herself. And the insurance company, they would have run for the hills if they knew they were insuring a car being driven daily by someone without a proper license. By putting the car on her policy, Adrienne was telling the insurance company, "This is my car, and I'm the one driving it." This was a huge risk. If Crystal had gotten into an accident, the insurance company could have denied the claim entirely, leaving Adrienne responsible for all the damages and the remaining car loan. The fragile agreement held together for 2 years, but it was a house of cards waiting for a slight breeze to knock it all down. And that breeze came in the form of a price increase. After 2 years, Adrienne decided to switch her insurance provider. The new policy was more expensive, so she went back to Crystal and told her the insurance payment would have to go up. Crystal refused. She said, "No, that wasn't our deal. I agreed to pay a specific amount, and I'm not paying a penny more." This is where everything exploded. Adrienne was furious. She was the one with her name on the loan and her credit score on the line. If Crystal stopped paying, the finance company would come after her. So, Adrienne took matters into her own hands. She drove over to Crystal's house and did something drastic. She physically removed the license plates from the Buick. Without plates, the car was undrivable. It was her way of saying, "If you're not going to pay, you're not going to drive." This single act turned a friendly, albeit shady, agreement into an all-out war. Crystal couldn't use the car she had been paying for and relying on for 2 years. Adrienne was now stuck with a car she didn't want and a loan she couldn't afford on her own. The friendship was completely shattered, and the only place left to settle the score was in court. So, Adrienne sues Crystal in Judge Judy's courtroom. She's not asking for the car back. She's demanding that Crystal pay the remaining balance on the car loan. But Judge Judy sees right through the whole situation. She looks at Adrienne and says, "So, you convinced the finance company it was your car, and you convinced the insurance company it was your car. You participated in a fraud, and now that your little scheme has fallen apart, you want me to help you?" The judge is not impressed. She points out that Adrienne willingly entered into this deceptive arrangement. She lied to multiple companies to make it happen. The judge explains that the court is not here to enforce illegal or fraudulent contracts, Judge Judy's verdict is a masterclass in common sense justice. She tells Adrienne that she got herself into this mess. She tells her, "You bought a car. Legally, it's your car. The loan is your responsibility." She dismisses Adrienne's case, meaning she gets nothing from Crystal. But the story doesn't end there. The judge then turns to Crystal. She explains that even though Crystal won the case, she can't just keep the car. The car legally belongs to Adrienne. If Crystal wants to drive it, she has to make a deal with Adrienne. If not, Adrienne has every right to take the car back, sell it, and use the money to pay off her loan. Ultimately, Judge Judy leaves them in the exact messy situation they created for themselves. Adrienne is stuck with the car and the loan, and Crystal is left with no car. The judge essentially tells them, "You two created this problem by trying to cheat the system. Now you have to solve it yourselves." This case is a powerful reminder of the old saying, "When you try to be slick, you're the one who ends up slipping." Trying to fool financial institutions is a risky game, and when it backfires, you can't expect a court to clean up your mess. What do you guys think? Was the judge's decision fair? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more crazy court cases. Thanks for watching.